The worst news of my life. I need a billionaire. I need somebody with money. I gotta do something, guys, because they're closing down Lucy Roberts. They're closing down the all-female gym. They're closing it. Why are they closing down the Lucy Roberts? The oldest gym in history. And I'm being forced to go to co-ed. I'm being forced to work out with penis. Oh my God, penis everywhere. Penis everywhere. Oh my God. Do you know what it's like to working out in the all-females gym is such freedom. It's liberating. You can wear whatever you want. Nobody harass you. Oh my God, somebody please save Lucy Roberts. Somebody buy them out. Somebody buy the item. No, it's a good investment. If I have money like that, I would invest. I would buy them out, get some new equipment, put some sauna in there, some red rooms, daycare. Oh God. But why are they closing up the gyms?
All right, let's talk. The world is facing a health crisis that is wild. The World Health Organization says about 31% of adults on this planet are not moving enough. And get this, it's only going to get worse. We're sitting more, getting sicker with chronic diseases, and are just less healthy than we've ever been. So you think the one industry that's supposed to fix this, a global business worth over $100 billion, would be absolutely crushing it. But here's the gag. While our health is tanking, thousands of the gyms that are supposed to be our saving grace are fighting for their own lives. How does that even make sense? How is the industry that's literally built on getting us healthy collapsing at the exact same time our health is? Honey, this is not a coincidence. Today, we're going to connect the dots between our growing health crisis and the quiet collapse of the fitness industry. And the answer is a truth so uncomfortable, the big dogs of the fitness world really don't want you to know it. On the surface, it looks like the fitness industry is having its big comeback moment. After the pandemic basically shut down every gym on earth, the money started flowing again, with projections to hit over $102 billion globally in 2025. Gym owners are feeling good, with most of them expecting their memberships to grow. But if you pull back the curtain, you'll see the whole thing is built on a house of cards. The first and honestly the biggest problem is something folks on the inside call the retention crisis. It's the industry's dirty little secret. About half of all new gym members quit within 6 months. Just think about that. Half the people who sign up, full of all of that New Year's hope, are gone before you can even get used to the new season.
Y'all know what is so humbling? Taking a break from the gym. That break turned into a week, turned into 2 weeks, turned into 3 weeks. Next thing you know, you ain't been. You eating unhealthy as hell. Sugar intake is up. Water intake is down. I used to go to the gym 5 days a week. One day I stopped. That spark that I had it went away. I never stopped completely, but I did stop going as consistently from 5 days to 3 days, and now I can only make it 2 days. That third day, the second day, I had to always make it there Monday, Wednesday, Friday, no.
For the longest time, this wasn't a problem with the system, it was the system. The classic gym business model was built on something called breakage. They sign up way more people than the building can actually hold, betting on the fact that most of y'all won't show up. And they're not wrong. Some studies show that a wild 67% of gym memberships go completely unused. Even mine, I had mine for my Planet Fitness account for about 4 years, and I haven't went but 2 times, and I'm still paying for it. Americans are wasting an estimated $1.3 billion a year on these ghost memberships. But that rickety model is finally starting to crack. You just can't build a real business when your customers are always walking out the door. And we're seeing the fallout everywhere. It's not just the little mom and pop gyms getting squeezed. Even the huge chains are feeling the heat. 24 Hour Fitness filed for bankruptcy. And just this month in August, a major LA fitness in Minneapolis shut its doors for good. Now that original stat about 81% of fitness businesses failing in the first year seems to be a bit of an overstatement from a few years back, but the reality is still rough. Other sources say about 20% of new small businesses don't make it past year one, and 60% are gone within 3 years, crushed by high costs and a business model that just isn't built to last. And on top of all that, what we think of as a gym is changing. The competition isn't just the other gym down the street anymore. It's the billion-dollar fitness app on your phone, the Peloton in your living room, the specialized boutique studio on the corner. That digital fitness market is blowing up, and it's expected to be worth over $59 billion by 2027 because it gives people the flexibility that big box gyms just haven't. The old one-size-fits-all gym is getting attacked from every angle, and child is starting to fall apart.
If you don't want to go to the gym, go to your local community college or rec centers. A lot of them have tracks that you can walk for free. A lot of them have stadiums that you can run the stairs on. They have pools, they have sports teams. They have a little bit of everything for free. Next, I would say go out in your neighborhood, girl. Do a little 20-minute walk after work. Do something that's easy and will get you out of your house. The gym is too hard to make it to sometimes. It's too hard. And then when you get there, you're anxious, the anxiety be creeping up, you feel like people are watching you. It's just not for everyone. Like I mentioned in my last video, hiking. Hiking is what I do on the weekend, and it's a great way. Yoga at the house. Who's that yoga or Pilates girl on YouTube? Yeah, tap into YouTube. They be having good tutorials and walkthroughs. Be resourceful. The gym is definitely a plus, but it's not your only tool.
So that's the industry's drama, but it's tied right into our own. If you've ever signed up for a gym in January, full of big dreams, only to be hiding in guilt by March, you're not alone. And I'm here to tell you, it's probably not your fault. For decades, the industry sold us a complete fantasy. It wasn't selling health, it was selling a look. It promised a six-pack, a beach body, some magical transformation. But it almost never gave us a real plan to get there. The focus is always on these extreme results, pushed by influencers with programs that are just not sustainable for a regular person with a job, a family, and, a life. It just creates this cycle of failure. We get overwhelmed, we don't see the crazy results we were promised, and so we quit. This feeling of failure, it gets even worse when you're drowning in a sea of conflicting advice. One guru says to do HIIT. Another one swears by lifting heavy, and a third says cardio is the only way. The result? We get so confused that we just do nothing at all. And that brings us to the biggest lie of them all, the motivation myth. We're told that being consistent at the gym is all about your personal willpower. If you fail, it's because you weren't strong enough. You weren't disciplined. You just didn't want it badly enough. But that completely ignores the world around us. It ignores that the system is often built to be confusing and intimidating, which leads to the exact burnout that feeds their broken business model. Your failure was their profit margin. And I want to pause here and ask you, have you ever felt like this? Have you been sold a fitness fantasy and ended up feeling like you let yourself down? I really want you to share your story in the comments. When we read them, we all start to realize that this is a shared struggle, not a personal screw up. This right here is the heart of it. The fitness industry isn't in crisis in spite of the public health crisis. The two are feeding each other in a toxic loop. The industry's money problems are a direct result of the same things that make it so useless for so many of us. That business model that counted on you paying but not playing is finally catching up to them. That revolving door of members who quit is the exact retention crisis that's now killing them from the inside. Basically, the industry's short-term hustle, selling as many memberships as they could, no matter the result, has destroyed its long-term health.
Explain to me, why is it so hard to cancel a gym membership? Like, when I tell you this is my second time going up there to Crunch Fitness trying to cancel my gym membership, at this point I'm ready to call my bank and say stop payment. Like, when I tell y'all, it is such, going to the gym And canceling your gym membership is such a scam. That's why they have you hook it up to your bank. Because you can't never cancel when you're ready to cancel. They told me oh, it ain't no managers here. So you can't cancel today. When do a manager come in? Oh, I don't know. You don't know. You know what? When I go up there on Monday, since today's Saturday, I'ma just on Monday, let them say it's not a manager there. Baby, I'm finna ride to my bank so quick and tell them to cancel payment because that's the biggest scam I done heard of. Ain't no manager here. You can't stop your membership. Oh, these folks done piss me off.
The very system that got rich off of our failure is now itself failing. But you know what they say, from the ashes, something new can grow. And this crisis is forcing an evolution that we desperately need. The gyms that are actually making it and even thriving in 2025 are the ones that have left the old ways behind. First, they're all about community. Boutique studios have way higher retention rates. We're talking about 75% because they build real human connections. People show up for the group classes. Just like Orange Theory, I love Orange Theory. And for the instructor who knows their name, for the other people in the trenches with them, they show up. And second, they're getting flexible. The future of fitness is hybrid. People's lives are complicated, and a strict you gotta be here schedule doesn't work for most of us. And third, the focus is finally shifting from just looking good to being healthy. The rise of wearable tech lets people get personalized, data-driven training that focuses on what their bodies actually need. The conversation is getting bigger, including things like metabolic health, mental well-being, and functional fitness. Stuff that genuinely makes your life better, not just how you look for the gram. Even the U.S. government is waking up to the problem. In August 2025, the White House announced it was bringing back the presidential fitness test in schools, a direct move to fight what leaders are calling a national crisis of inactivity among our youth. So what's the fitness crisis nobody is talking about? It's this. The industry is a mess, not because people don't want to be healthy, but because the old way of doing things was never really designed to help us win.
I never thought in my life that I would be scammed by a gym. Got me so stressed out. I don't even know how I feel right now. I just feel like taken advantage of. Just, I don't know. But it's my fault. Like, I should have listened to my friends or associates, like people I work with. Like, we have this local gym called Crunch Gym Fitness, and they will always tell me, like, you know, don't sign up, don't do it, they're gonna scam you. So of course, what do? I go sign up. So, you know, the monthly fees aren't that bad. I'm not new to this, like, gym thing. Like, I'm actually kind of like a gym girl. Like, I love to work out. I enjoy working out. And I've had memberships my entire life. So they're usually around, like, the $15, $20 range. I think their lowest one is, like, around $15 or whatever. Don't quote me on this. But whatever. I signed up for the highest one. It's $34. It comes with, like, the massage machines. I can use all the equipment. Whatever. It comes with a lot of shit. So then one day, I'm like, well, I see they have trainers there. Like, maybe, you know, let me see about a trainer. So I asked about one of the trainers because, you know, a girl wants to work on her glutes and snatch waist and, you know, all the good stuff. And, you know, she tries to get me all signed up. And, you know, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I feel uncomfortable about this. Like, you know, the prices are very high. And she's like, yeah, you know, it's $200 something a month. Which, you know, whatever, doable. If you break it down, it's like around like $50 something a week, right? Not bad. Very doable. So after I signed the contract and whatever, I find out like in a couple days that it's actually $223 every other week. I'm like, I didn't sign up for this. Like, I want to cancel this. Like, I did not agree to this. I thought it was every month. So we spoke to each other. She was like, well, I'm going to talk to my manager. I'm going to try to get you off the list, like remove, like we're going to take care of this. So as the weeks are going by, I don't see any charges. So I'm like, okay, well, she must have took care of it because she told me she was going to talk to her manager and get it removed. The only charges I see is from the $34 a month, which only happened twice because I only been with them for 2 months, until I started seeing all these extra charges, these late fees. I'm like, well, what's going on? Because I've already paid. Like, I'm in the clear. I don't owe you guys anything. Where are these late charges coming from? So then the whole time, I guess they were trying to still charge my account. I just didn't see it, but they were charging my account the $200 something every 2 weeks, and they were giving me late charges because there was no money coming out because I only leave a certain amount for that or other like small things. There wasn't like enough in there. So moving on forward, today, I noticed $200 and $56 charge. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? It says Crunch Gym. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going on? I see on there, so that got my attention. So I started backtracking, and I see on my account another charge for $117. Then before that, it is $90. Then before that is 60 something dollars. Nothing of what I signed up for. So not only am I getting the regular charges of the membership, not only the late charges, but now is taking out money from my account that I'm unaware of a service that I'm not even getting. We never met up after that. We were very clear that I didn't want to do that anymore. That, please talk to your manager, try to clear that. I don't want to do that. We never did a session, anything. And I'm just stressed out because it's like, when me and the trainer both looked at like how much was taken out, it's around $600 in the past 2 weeks. I don't know about you guys, but that's the difference. That's a big deal for me because I have kids. I do things with my kids. I'm very active. We do things all the time. So now it really changes like our plans. Like I'm sad. I'm like, wow, I was supposed to take them out this weekend. Like we're supposed to be hitting a theme park. It's just sad that now I can't do that anymore.
It was designed to cash in on our good intentions. That era is coming to an end. The collapse of the old guard is making room for a new way of thinking about fitness. One that's built not on shame and impossible standards, but on community, sustainability, and real well-being. The solution isn't just about finding a better gym. It's about demanding a better way from the whole industry. An approach that cares more about your long-term health than your short-term monthly payment. The businesses that get that will be the future of fitness. The ones that don't, they'll just become another sad statistic in the very crisis they helped create. If this video opened your eyes to the real tea on the fitness industry, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and join the chat. We need way more honesty if we're ever going to fix things. We need way more honesty if we're ever going to fix this thing. Thanks for watching.